get you shared on your right page too. I don't know what's going
Nah,
on.
this is good. No, this is good. We good for here.
Well, welcome at Loud Amerika, finally.
Mm-hmm.
Super excited to have you on. I gave the brief update before we had all of the before I had all of the difficulties doing this. But if you want to introduce yourself, remind people the correct page or the additional page that they should be following you at as well.
Yeah, I got you. You can follow me at Loud_America and at Loud.America. And I just put it at the bottom right there. So
Perfect.
Basically right now, Instagram, just working.
Yeah. You, my God, I don't know that I've seen somebody put so much hustle into so many things and all of the things that I have with you. And what did we meet? Like 5 years ago?
Yeah, when I got my eyes done. Shout out LASIK.
I wasn't gonna give up your medical information, but yeah, you came and saw me, got some LASIK done. Hopefully still doing well. But yeah, I mean, shoot, it feels like forever ago. And I remember, kind of chatting with you then, and you'd already had things going. But let's talk about like where you've come from then, and like everything that you've put into this, and like how you've gone from just kind of chatting with me to becoming. And I was telling people you were the first cannabis company to be in the first legal state in the South, here in Virginia. Like, first of all, personally, thank you. Thank you for the work that you've done. And to see you go from those chats, sitting in my office, whatever it is, to having billboards in New York, going to Las Vegas. I want to hear more about this. I want you to talk about this with people because this is amazing. This is impressive.
Yeah, this is my second line, but this is a lifestyle brand. First of all, it's not just about smoking weed. This brand was thought of because of my niece. She has autism, and at first it was about CBD, but at first it was about CBD and all that. But then I was like, I'm not afraid of cannabis, so I went full-fledged with the cannabis part. It's just a plant. I don't feel like we should be afraid of it. People get drunk every day. People got their drug of choice, and I don't feel like it's a drug because it's not processed. It's a plant grown from a seed, and I feel like I have the same rights as the people who do other things. I just feel like we should be able to,
busy man.
Yep. And I just like keep moving. You got to stay working. You can't get stagnant and think something's gonna happen. It's not.
Absolutely not. And you've been such a big like proving factor of that. And going back to what you were just saying, yes. And again, that's why I'm saying personally, thank you. There's so many people out there that have that same mindset. Cannabis is not just a drug. It's not even a drug anymore. It's always been medicine, and it's about time that stigma starts to get turned around and people are able to recognize that, because there's so many different uses, chronic pains, what the fuck ever. Like you said, if people want to get drunk, enjoy themselves, things like that, cool. But you can also enjoy this plant as well recreationally, but for medicinal reasons. And that's so important. And so it's so cool. And I love that. And like you were also saying, it's not just about this plant either. You've got your clothing line going, all kinds of different stuff.
And I'm trying to grow medicine. I want to help people. There's people that, why do you have 20 different bottles of pills and you're not cured yet? You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense to me.
Yes.
There's people walking around with like 20, 30 bottles of pills, and it's not helping them at all. It's just big pharma. That's why I think cannabis is going to take a while to be legal federally, because they can't get control of it, because there's so many outlaw people, illegal grows, and it's something that they just can't get a hold of, because you don't have to have a facility to manufacture cannabis. You can just drop a seed, the dirt, take care of it, and go from there.
Yeah, and that unfortunately, that scares the government. That scares they don't have that control that they want to have, and then beyond that,
and I think go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I just think that it's kind of bad that you legalize something to make it illegal. It's illegally legal here in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
It's illegally legal.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? And for the people that don't understand it, it's enough to where you can have it to where you can still go to jail for it. And it doesn't make sense, you know. And how do you make something legal and still have people locked up for it, no matter how old their charges or anything? Why you sit back and make billions of dollars? So
exactly.
Right at the end of the day.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. You know, it's important that this is discussed and that this is talked about, going back to, you know, just the stupid general government being scared of things and all of that. Like, they also don't like that they're taking away something that they've had a really big, you know, hold on, which is putting people of color away for something that, you know, people like myself, I can go out, you know, and I've never run the risk that people of color had, you know, carrying something around with me or smoking. You know, I've never been irresponsible or whatever, but still, like, I can recognize that, and it should be talked about. So, yeah, to legalize something that's still illegal is fucked up, and that needs to change. And it's why people like you are good.
Yeah, I'm an activist, man. One thing about it, I've never been afraid to have it on. You know, like, so many people, like, there was so many people that told me I was stupid. Oh, you wearing that flag, you don't go to jail, and this and that. I'm an activist, but you can wear a shirt where Bart Simpson is high, or somebody smoking weed, or some BS, and all I'm doing is promoting peace, you know, and love, and trying to show people a way. Like, I really think that this has helped a lot of people that suffer from real drug abuse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Isolates and all the waxes that they have and stuff that really, like, counteract the dope sickness in the mornings and the stuff that people suffer from these opioids. I really feel like cannabis is the new wave that can help those people out, you know?
Yeah. And not to mention, you know, there are, again, pharmaceuticals out there, quote unquote, available to people to help with these things, but at what price? Literally at what price? And it's oftentimes completely unattainable for the majority of people that need that, and that's garbage. And so you're doing a really, really good thing. And this comment here, it's bullshit now that white people benefit from legalization and people of color are still behind bars. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I promote. Yes. Hey, come on, man. You make millions of dollars, man. You still got somebody. You got a man in Louisiana that got caught with 3 joints. That's doing a life. He's doing 25 to life. They're still trying to get him out. That don't make sense.
Yeah, and for what?
Yeah. Like, for real, like, when you get into the cannabis industry, like, you got to really, like, learn the history, because there's a lot of BS behind it, for real. There's a lot of this, and a lot of people that are in charge of the cannabis industry, they don't even smoke cannabis. They don't even have a side-to-side deal with this dude. They're in it for the money, and that's cool, you know. But they don't really know the culture, and I'm about the culture. You know, I want to see this bring peace and light to people, and help people that are suffering from stuff that they can't cure with pills. You know, so and it's good. It's just good for the body. You know, this is a cancer fighter. Look it up. It's a cancer fighter. Cancer cannot live where THC compounds live in the body. So, and I'm trying to do research for autistic adults to slow their anxiety down so that they can work a job, because there are people that are autistic that can still work and have a regular life once they get older. It's just that they can't, the anxiety, and they have attacks. And if we give them something that could, you know, possibly help them, I feel like, you know, it's a lot you can do with this. But again, it's big pharma and it's money. The world evolves around money, no matter what people says. In the cannabis industry, it's going to be $1 trillion industry by 2025, when all the states becoming legal, with states selling billions of dollars the first week, the first month. Come on, you know. It's only a matter of time that, hopefully, I'm hoping Virginia gets like California, where they allow you to have small collectives, to where as long as you're not producing cannabis, you can still distribute it. Because everybody should have the chance, no matter what your color is, to be in the cannabis industry. And if you don't fight for it, advocate for it, it's never going to change. So when you write stuff and people, if you're afraid of this, don't get involved with it. That's why I don't do business with a lot of people that want to do that I was trying to do before, because when I was fighting for this and you were scared of it, I wasn't. So when it's legal, don't try to come do business with me, because I don't care how much money you got. I'm really for this. I'm really for this. I live this every day that I wake up.
I know you are. And again, that's why I wanted so badly and just feel so honored to have you on tonight and speak with you about this, because not only are you at this forefront and, you know, doing huge things, but you're doing it the right way. You're talking about the right things. You've put in your research, and you're right. We've had conversations between us about, you know, the difference between people out there just kind of messing around, and, you know, you don't want to risk not only your hard work, but potentially something becoming negative from this, because people that aren't seeing the full picture here. And yeah. I mean, I cannot thank you enough. So super excited to see things coming up. I saw recently you've got hopefully opening soon a shop.
Yeah.
And is this for apparel, things like that?
It's gonna be for everything. I'm a dip. I said I wasn't, but I'm a dip into the Delta 8 world. Since cannabis is not legal, I'm gonna tell you this: a lot more people ask me for CBD and Delta 8 than they do cannabis, because a lot of people there are a lot of people that can't smoke the new cannabis. They can't smoke exotic. They can't smoke the high THC grade. So they either low grade or they want CBD, because they still want some type of feeling to ease their body and ease their tension. A lot of people want edibles. You know, it's a journey. When you're trying to find out what you want, cannabis wise, it's a journey, because you gotta watch what you put in your body, because there's a lot of PGRs, people trying to grow fast. The people that are about money, they're really growing fast, and you don't know what they're doing. You just gotta be careful what you're getting, and study. If you want something for what you're looking for, study about it. Study about what you're smoking. Don't just pick something up and say, stop listening to people saying they got this. There's no such thing as exotic weed. It's exotic because you can't get it. The definition of exotic is something that you can't get. It's hard to find. It's exotic because you can't just get it here on the East Coast. You have to actually fly to the West Coast and get it, or get it from somebody that bought it here. And then you may get a clone of it. See, that's what, and I wanted to explain this. A lot of people don't understand the cycle of cannabis. They don't understand that there's indoor, there's outdoor, there's greenhouse, there's lows, there's highs, there's light depths, there's low depths. You might have a seed, you might have a runt seed. Somebody said they got runts, right? They may have it in a greenhouse. It's still runts. It's not the runts that was grown by LB or Jokes Up or whoever. It may be a clone. So when you go get the real runts, that's why you pay $5,000 and $6,000 a pound and $500 an ounce, because you're getting the original seed. You're getting, you know, that's why you got to pay attention to what you're getting. People just putting names on stuff and, you know, whatever they're doing. And I don't knock whoever doing what, but, you know, just if you really want to know what you're smoking, just Google it. Just Google it and see what's fit for you. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my outlaw people in the cannabis industry, man. Fuck the dispensaries, yo. Straight up, man. Why you got my people locked up? Fuck the dispensaries, man. Straight up. I love my outlaw people. Keep the bags flowing. Straight up.
Yeah.
Keep the bags flowing, man. It's medicine. You're not doing nothing wrong. It's medicine.
Yes. And that's again, that's the whole point of it. And I loved that piece, that educational piece that you put up specifically about, you know, people talking about, oh, I got this exotic, this, that, and the other. And again, just another one of these things that really shows how invested and how smart you are about this. Because Google it, look at what you're seeing, because there are strains out there. You got your sativas, your indicas, all of these different type of things. And there are certain things that, you know, when I'm feeling like so I have chronic pain. And when I'm having a lot of chronic pain, I really, really like a sativa heavy, but, you know, a hybrid thing, because I'm looking into what specifically I kind of want to address. I don't want to necessarily like be done for the day. I already have ADD. I have to take Adderall to be up and at 'em and doing stuff. But you know what? On that end too, I had gone from being prescribed 12 different medications for depression, anxiety, ADD, PTSD, all of this. I've gone down to one medication, and again, that is Adderall, to help me stay in line, focused, and then picking my strands of cannabis that work well with what I need to do in a day. And it's been so much more beneficial for me. I felt so much more healthy, so much more confident. I mean, shit, I feel like I look better. And maybe that's a pompous thing to say, but, you know, again, going back to the education, knowing what you're putting into your body, and having people just like you, Loud Amerika, doing these things for the community. This is a positive thing for Richmond. And this is, you know, I was saying earlier, when getting things rolled up and trying to figure out other stuff, like you're an artist. Yeah, we focus primarily on musical artists, but you're still an artist and you're still part of the rich culture. And
yeah. And I wanted to shout out a lot of other people here too.
Please do. This is your interview. This is your stage.
Like Good Vibes Growing, Misunderstood, Against the Elements, Cron Solo. There's a lot of shout out Happy Trees, Homegrown RVA. Shout out all the people that just shot right in when it happened. You know what I'm saying? And shout out the naysayers, all the people that was hiding behind closed doors until, oh my God, I smoke now. You were hiding behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Good Vibes. Shout you out, bro. You're growing. Listen, in the Bible, God gave us this seed to grow. It's not processed. This seed was put in here for us to grow. I'm pretty sure it was weed back then. It didn't just pop up. Man.
Correct.
Yeah, y'all check out Misunderstood LLC, man. Great brand. You know, there's a lot of great things going on in the city. And I was going to stay in Vegas. But I knew Virginia was becoming legal because I was only one of the black people, going into to the General Assembly, listening and speaking. And I told them, I said, the only reason that you guys still have cannabis illegal is because you can't get a hold of it. And I said, now you want to make it decriminalized, so when your grandkids get caught with it, because the new culture is going to use it. It don't matter. There's kids, and I don't think this is right, but there's kids 12, 14, 15, 16. Yo, there's kids that it's in the music, it's in TV, it's in life. You know, it's something that's gonna happen. It's something that you can't stop. But it's like, I don't know.
You need people like you putting that education and making sure that, because it is going to be out there, it's out there just like alcohol. But you know, what can the alcohol industry do to make it safer? I mean, they can't, and they're not going to scale back. So people like you doing that education.
There's no deaths from marijuana. No deaths. No recorded deaths. Bob Marley did not die from weed at all. For real. Straight up. There's no deaths. How many deaths can you tell me from alcohol? Straight up. How many deaths? There's no deaths from cannabis. So why are you knocking it so bad? Why do we have people just locked up? And why? You know what's crazy? There was a line at Reef in Vegas when they opened. There was a 2-mile line waiting to get in the dispensary. I was like, damn, these people made so much money that day. Why I lived that in Green Valley, shout out all my Vegas people. Why I lived that in Green Valley, who was it? I can't remember the name right now, but they were right up the street from me, and they put their revenue sheets. Memorial Day weekend, they made $1.8 million. One store, Memorial Day weekend from Friday to Monday. Why do we have people locked up?
Yep.
Why? Come on, man. Why don't you educate people so we can bring hemp back, so we can get rid of plastic, so we can make the word. Keep talking about making great America great again, all this bullshit. But you want to lock people up for something that's just a plant. It's only a plant. And if you're scared of it, you should stay away from it. For I've never been scared. I've been kicked out of places. I go in places smelling like it. I don't care. You drink, I smoke. Touche. You know what I'm saying? So
it's funny you say that because I think that was one of the things that, you know, I've smoked for a long time. I've smoked since I was 19. I'm going to be 40 next year. And I remember one of our first meetings, I was like, I think we might be friends. Did you want to chat for a second? And you were like, you're hilarious. But, you know, I really appreciated your absolute transparency with it and, you know, owning it. But again, like just watching you and how smart you are. And, you know, not to discredit anybody or say anything about anybody doing what they do, but you really have always just been somebody that I'm like, this dude enjoys this stuff, but he also knows what he's doing and what he can do for his community, for a lot of people out there. And that's cool. And I love that you said too, let's save some plastic. Like, you know, again, the government's scared because of all the things that we already discussed, but they're also going to lose revenue on this. I think cigarette sales had dropped.
Yeah, and people are going to live longer. People are going to live longer. It's going to be a problem for them.
And big pharma is going to lose, you know, a lot of customers when people wise up. Number one, people can't afford all of these pills. They hate them. But number two, now that access is beginning to become more and more available to more and more people.
Yeah.
They're losing those customers too. And that new show, shoot, I can't think about Dope Sick, I think.
Yeah.
Just talking, like, it's horrible. And this is a plant, a cultivated plant in the ground. And when, you know, really properly grown and taken care of, safe.
And you know, it's crazy that if you do the history of it, it's been here since the beginning of the time. The Indians had it. They used hemp to make stuff. You know, all the presidents had hemp and they were growing it. You know what I'm saying? So why is it so bad? It just don't make sense. It's because they can't control it. And for real, I'm not afraid. I'm not a racist. But when minorities are involved in something and it can't be controlled, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's not right. It should never be about color. It should be about unity because this is a peaceful plant. This is something that's supposed to bring, you know, life to a bad situation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole other conversation because all that race shit is bullshit. You know?
Hell yeah. And I feel like this is something that, you know, a lot of us could go on about for forever and keep talking about. And I imagine that we're probably going to see you back here on, you know, any kind of aspect of Here RVA. And this won't be the last time that we talk to you by any means. I want to make sure too, though, that we talk about some of your clothing line, things like that, and different other artistic things that you do, because you're super into production. You're a very creative dude, super natural with, you know, being in front of the camera and stuff, and like just your whole presence and whole being. And again, that positivity that you're bringing to RVA, that you're bringing to our community, not just in this aspect, but in so many others, and incorporating things. You got some sweet Vans out that I want so bad.
Yeah, I'm going to have them. Shout out to Vans. Vans, I wish they was on here because they need to give me the deal. But I want to bring something here that's different. I want to show people that you don't have to be afraid to be free. It's all right to be free in your mind. It's all right to be free in your soul. You know, that's what I'm going to be doing with my clothes, man. It's just like, be who you are. Stop hiding, you know. If you like it, I love it, you know. Just be who you are. And I just want to bring something great here. I just want to bring something great for the world.
Yeah, I mean, and you've got so many different creative things that you've got in your apparel line, from shoes to, you know, hoodies, hats, you name it, you've got it. And it's not just like a branded thing to be like, hey, here's Loud Amerika. Yeah, you know, again, this is an all-encompassing thing that's really able to draw people in and, you know, keep them engaged with you and keep learning more about this. And it's like, I'm just in awe of you.
I wanna bring a school here and teach people. You know, I want to teach people how to grow plants, teach people how to grow food, teach people how to live. Because why would I teach you how to grow cannabis and you don't know how to grow food? That's kind of backwards. You know,
Yeah.
I want a school where I can teach us how to live first, and we take the cannabis and we live from that. There's so much income in it. It is. It's just a part of the world. It's the world. At the end of the day, it's the world, you know, and it's going to always be here. Imagine 5 years. Imagine how cannabis is going to be for the next generation. It's going to be like a cigarette. It's going to be nothing. The kids that are 5 right now, by the time they're 18, cannabis is going to be like, oh, hey, is your mom and pop opening a cannabis store? It's going to be like a Walmart. Watch. Yeah. It is.
I hope so.
Government's going to wise up, and they're going to see there's nothing they can do about it. They're going to get a hold of it, and they're going to let people make money because it's time for people to be able to have some type of revenue, not just working for people. Jobs are going to be null and void in a minute. Everybody's going to be trying to make their own business because people want their own communities. They want their own lives. They want to produce. They want, if you live in a 300-unit community and you have a store or a shopping center there, that means you got all those people in that area. There's going to be so many independent businesses soon that we're going to have. It's just going to be ridiculous.
Yep.
And I just want to be a part of that. I just want to be a part of the cannabis industry, man. I think it's something great. I love Mary Jane. She was my first love. I love her, man. I really do. I love her to death. She's my medicine, for real. I suffer from PTSD. I was in the military. I'm not taking no drugs. You're not going to pump me full of narcotics through pills. And next thing you know, I'm running up and down the street holding a sign because I'm trying to get drugs. It's all a plan, you know. And then they put you on Medicaid and all that and leave you to the wolves, you know. And I think it's really fighting for the vets because it's sad what they do to our veterans. Yo. I'm a veteran. They don't give you blank. They don't give you ish. They don't give you anything. They don't give you anything.
Nope.
All they do is give you a GI Bill, and you might get your VA loan kicked out the door, you know. And it's sad, you know. And I wanna show that this is the way, and it's not just smoking. It's not. There's other cannabinoid treatments. It's not just all about rolling a J or rolling a blunt. There's all types. There's Marinol pills. There's all types of edibles that you can medicate yourself through the day. And shout out to people that like mushrooms, because if you microdose, they will help your life. That's another thing that's great for you. Is the mushroom world is something that if you're thinking about it, it's something. If you suffer from any depression, PTSD, any type of disorder, the mushroom world you should check it out, but don't abuse it. If you're using it to get high, go on your trips and go overseas in your mind. But if you want to use it, you can microdose every day, and they can actually change your well-being. It could actually make your attitude a better person. I'd rather microdose on shrooms than take Adderalls all day because all that is cocaine in a pill form.
It's legal. It's legal methamphetamine and
legal methamphetamines. Yeah. Sorry.
Yep. And like, yeah, it sucks, and it's something that I've wanted to be able to eliminate from my life, and you know, going through all the things I did and going from that amount of pharmaceutical aids or whatever down to this, you know, I'm finding myself, because of people like you're so ahead of the curve. Again, 5 years ago talking about this and thinking to myself, man, I want this to work, but he's got a long road ahead of him because of how our government is. And look at you now talking about the microdosing and things like that. And I hadn't heard about mushrooms. I had heard about, you know, microdosing ketamine, things like that. So that's interesting because mushrooms, much like the cannabis plant, you know, it's something that you can grow in dirt and really see the control there. And, you know, it's not like you sprinkle some PCP on it and you're into Alice in Wonderland. Some people do, and that's fine. But for the purposes that you're talking about. So I love this, and you're
nothing. Don't get me wrong. If you
exactly
recreational, I smoke heavy. So if you want to do recreational and that's what you're into, that's cool. But I'm just like, for the people that are trying to learn, how to use it instead of abuse it. And I'm not saying the people that smoke heavy with you, that you can't abuse marijuana. I don't think you can. You can just keep getting higher or not. You're not gonna do anything stupid, but it's just like I'm just trying to teach something about it so you know what you're putting in your body. Because there's a lot of people that can't smoke weed. I know a lot of people that suffer from severe paranoia, cannabis, and they don't understand it. I'm like, bro, you got to find a strain that's good for you, because there's some people that go off the deep end. Some people overdose on cannabis. They have THC episodes where they overdose because their body can't take it.
Yeah. It's like that Reefer Madness movie from back in like what, the 30s or something, like sensationalizing exactly that. And that comes from zero to little education and all of the hype and, you know, warning behind it to scare people. And so you're spot on with this. And somebody that's really dear to me, somebody very close to me, you know, they had tried smoking it, you know, years ago, back when we were a lot younger, and had that experience where they got really paranoid, but has also had a lot of similar experiences to me, you know, different things from abuse growing up, you know, things that have gone on, anxieties, depression, things like that, mounting. And within about, I would say maybe the past 3 or so years, having people like you available, having that research out there, and people talking about the medicinal benefits and finding the right strains, and understanding that it's not, you know, it's not a cookie cutter thing, if you will. There's a lot of different things out there, and being able to find a good match, completely different experience now.
But you know what's crazy? Like the entertainment industry made it seem like everybody has to have the top quality, because I bought some $40 eighth cannabis versus some 80 or 90, and I was higher. It all depends on the trichomes and all that stuff. It's a whole big world, and I'm here to be a part of the cannabis community. I don't know a lot. I'm still a student, and I'm learning, but I'm here. Listen, if we got to kick some doors open, let's go, because I'm not afraid. Anything dealing with this, I'm not afraid. I'm not running from it. It was put here for us to use. And if you're not about it, just stay behind closed doors, because the only way we're gonna win this fight is if we all band together and start promoting it and start making it seem start letting people know that it's not just, you know, for recklessness. You know, it's bigger than just one person rolling a J and passing it to the next person. It's got to be a whole world. Now that it's legal in Virginia, you should see how many people are running to the grow shops that probably been growing the whole time. They just had to order it to get to that house. You know, master growers here in Virginia. If you can grow farms full of vegetables, you can grow farms full of weed. Trust me, they know what they're doing. Virginia Tech is a botanist school, so trust me. There's some good shit coming out of Virginia Tech and out of those areas. So it's really going on here. And I wanted to come back home and be a part of Virginia, man. I'm originally from New York, like born there, but I grew up in Virginia, and I liked it here. I like what we got going on. I don't like the history, but I like the vibe here. And if we continue to grow, it'll only get better. They're building some shit buildings here. So why would I was out in Vegas and like, damn, I got to start over. Millions of people got to get to know me. But I was like, you know, I want to come back home and be a part of the East Coast battle. I want to be a part of the battle. They already won their battle. I want to be a forefront. I want to be the burner of the East Coast. I want to be the person I don't care what anybody say. I am the first cannabis brand on the East Coast, clothing-wise and activist-wise, that wasn't scared to push. That's why I don't just do business with people, because I don't want somebody to meet me halfway when it's time to stand up for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And you're going to be part of changing this history, this history that is, you know, somewhat started to get changed in a better direction. You're exactly what we need, and part of making a new history and making a new future and present, everything like that. And it's amazing. And I know that you
Woodstock type shit here. We need to have more. Everybody just love everybody, man. Fuck all them dumbass statues and all that shit. Fuck all that shit in the past. Teach it in history, but what does a statue measure man? How does a statue measure the stature of a man? That shit has nothing to do with who I am. Fuck that statue and the people before that. What we gonna do now? What are we gonna do now? That's what matters. You take that statue, ain't changed shit. Fuck all that stuff. Fuck the Confederacy, all that stuff, man. Let's just live for now.
Yeah.
This was a rest for people that came home after long days from work. This was something that made your parents happy. When they played cards, when they drank and had cookouts, and everybody would play, no matter what type of music we were playing, people passed the joint and everything was all right. And I feel like we should get back to that.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to come out with something called Joints Across America. Watch what I tell you. It's going to be big. For real. Watch. I love weed. I love what you're doing. And I love RVA, man. I feel like it's our chance to shine. I know it is. There's a lot of creative people here, man. We got a lot of creative people in RVA. Fuck Virginia. RVA has a lot of creative people. RVA, the center of attention. We are Central Virginia. We got to stand up and get what's ours, y'all. I'm here to help with that. I love y'all. I love what you're doing. I love the small platforms are the shit to me. The underdogs are the shit. For real. You know what I'm saying? And I'm an underdog. I did all those billboards and all that shit for me. Not to look good for people. I did that shit for marketing because I planned to be bigger than what I always been. I always been something that people are always gonna fuck up and do this and that. Nah, man. I'm doing this for me. If nothing ever happens, I did this for me. That's what matters. Make yourself happy in life and you'll succeed.
Absolutely. And I can tell you, things are going to continue to happen as they have, and I'm so excited to see it. And I know that you joined me in the middle of a podcast that you are already doing. If you wanted to chat about that real quick so you can get back over to it, I want to make sure people are watching you like all over the place. You've got so much smart things to say that people need to hear.
I'm always working. Like when I leave here, I'm on a podcast, on this podcast.
I know.
And then I got to go do another interview after this and go home and work on clothes. It's just a one-man band because everybody I try to bring along this is when you're doing this, if you don't have a bag, you're going to have to do it on your own. And you have to promote, like Instagram is for you to promote like your mind is going bad. You should be on Instagram promoting 24/8, 48 fucking 16. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, that's what this platform was not made to do, stupid stuff. You know, so I just want everybody to be great. That's what I want. That's why I made this brand, so we can be great. Open your mind and be something great. Don't be afraid to be who you are, man. That's all I want. That's all I want. I'm not better than anybody. I just know what I want. And when you know what you want, you'll do it and you'll succeed. Just like you're doing your show. I was like, yes, you got a show. You're following something you want to do. Who cares how many people are on here? Who cares? Things are gonna grow and it's gonna keep progressing. You just have to work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's people like you, and like you said, RVA is so full of people like us, people like you, that are gonna help continue to change things and be involved and really give light to these different platforms. And I'm excited for it. I'm super excited for it. And I appreciate you so much. I've got one more question for you before I let you get back to your other podcast, your inception of podcasts. What's your favorite donut, you hilarious man? What donut were you gobbling down?
Yo, I saw that in the face. I swear, I want to be a movie so bad. I would say I do a lot of voices, but I think my favorite donut is the blueberry donut.
Yes! Yes. Yes. This is why we're good. Listen, me and you need to get up too soon. Thank you, Loud Amerika, so much. You're awesome. If there's anything else you want to kind of throw in there, again, name out some names, links, whatever it may be, so everybody can catch you. But we are gonna you're killing me. We are gonna post this up on Here RVA so that our viewers,
follow me. I gotta go back to the other podcast.
I know you're getting in trouble.
Follow me.
Loud Amerika, thank you so much. You can go ahead and hop off, guys. We're going to make sure that
follow me at Loud_America and at Loud.American. Y'all stay tuned. Store getting ready to open. Stash and Grab tour coming from New York to Miami. But we going to always make sure RVA get treated the best. Got a lot of free gifts coming. A lot of free gifts. Listen, we got 500 pre-rolls that we going to give away on opening day. So I need to
keep an eye out for those scavenger hunts. Loud America's
when the store opens, we have 500 pre-rolls for 500 individual people. So
y'all hear that?
Free weed. Free the weed, yo. So
thank you again. Thank you, Loud Amerika.
Hey, I got free gear for you. I appreciate y'all. I love your platform. Y'all better deal with Here RVA if you want to get heard. Yep, I'm rocking with Here RVA. It's nothing but love. If everywhere you go, you see those LOVE signs, hug somebody, tell them you love them. Stay tuned for more. Stay tuned for more from Here RVA, Loud Amerika, and the rest of these hot-ass brands that we got in Richmond, Virginia. RVA, y'all stand the fuck up and pat yourself on the back, man. For real. We the shit.
Hell yeah.
We are. RVA is we the shit, man. We got a lot of dope people here. We got the biggest college. We got one of the dopest colleges, VCU, MCV, one of the biggest hospitals in the world. Why can't we be great? Yep.
And we're gonna be. We're getting there. You're awesome.
Thanks.
You again.
I love y'all. Good night.
Talk to you soon.
Yep.
Guys, I know this might have been a little off topic, and again, while Here RVA is super focused on bringing highlights to our music artists and things like that, Loud Amerika is again a great example of a different type of artist and part of the rich culture that we have here, and it's just a little taste of the talent that we have. So please make sure you go follow them. We're going to post this interview up on YouTube here in this coming week. So make sure you check that out. You can go to my Instagram page. It's morabid66. It's MORA_BID66. You can find any kind of links, follows there. Also, of course, at Here RVA, the Instagram account, our website, hererva.com. Check it out. There's still much more to come, more people to talk to. Keep an eye out here Wednesday. We're going to be teasing the next guest that we'll have on, getting back to some musical highlights. But we really appreciate you guys tuning in. And owner-founder Ryan here saying, Richmond, capital of creativity. It's true, y'all. And we're excited. We're ready. Thank you guys so much. See you next Monday. Me out.